Episode 1: The Echo. They say your voice is as unique as your thumbprint. The way you round your vowels, the slight rasp after a long day of talking, the specific rhythm of your breath. It's your identity. It's how the world knows it's you before you even walk into the room. I've spent 25 years in the legal world. As a process server, my voice is my primary tool. It's how I de-escalate a tense situation on a porch at 9 p.m. It's how I verify that I'm speaking to the right person before I hand over a life-altering document. I know my voice. I know its weight. But last Tuesday, I heard my voice say something I never said. I was sitting at my desk when a link hit my inbox. No subject line, just a YouTube URL. I clicked it, and I froze.
I've spent 2 decades reading between the lines of legal files, but this time, the lines are rewritten in code.
The trail went cold at the 215 interchange. The 1994 heist wasn't just about the gold necklace. It was about who was left holding the empty box. If you look at the evidence tags from that night, you'll see a name that shouldn't be there.
What the hell? I've never heard of that heist. And yet, there I was, or a ghost of me, telling 10,000 subscribers exactly how it happened. It wasn't just the sound. It was the jargon. 215 interchange. Evidence tags. It was a voice that sounded like me, talking about a case I'd never worked, on a YouTube channel I'd never heard of, called Truth Mode. And then I saw the view count. 140,000 people were listening to me tell a story I didn't know. I couldn't let it go. I drove down to see a friend, Sarah. She is a digital forensic analyst. If anyone could tell me if I was losing my mind, it was her.
Okay, Jackie. I ran the waveform analysis on the Truth Mode audio. Look at the screen.
Explain it to me like I'm not a coder, Sarah.
See these spikes? That's your natural sibilance, the S and T sounds. But look at the gaps between the words. They're too perfect. No mouth clicks, no intake of breath. This is a high-fidelity voice clone. But here's the kicker. It's not a stock model. Someone fed this AI hundreds of hours of you.
Hundreds of hours? I don't do public speaking. I don't have a podcast. Well, not yet. Where did they get it?
Every time you've called a courthouse on a recorded line. Every doorbell camera that caught you serving papers. Every video call you've done for work over the last 3 years. If you've spoken into a microphone, you've left a trail.
It felt like a violation. Like someone had gone through my trash, picked out the scraps of my life, and stitched them into a puppet. But the question remained, why me? I decided to treat the video like a lead. If the AI was talking about a 1994 heist involving a gold necklace, I wanted to see if that heist actually existed. I spent the next 6 hours in the county archives, digging through records that haven't been touched since the Clinton administration. Most cold cases are cold for a reason. Paperwork gets lost, people move, memories fade. But then, I found it. Case file 94-0812. Theft of private property. Location, a residence in Orange. Item, one 18-karat gold necklace with a custom filigree pendant. Estimated value, $15,000. Case suspended due to lack of physical evidence. The details in the police report matched the YouTube video word for word. But there was one detail in the video that wasn't in the police report. The video mentioned a name, a witness named Miller. I flipped to the back of the file. No Miller. I checked the officer's notes. No Miller. The digital me knew something the official record didn't. I tracked down Detective Murphy, everyone calls him Murph, at a small diner in Santa Ana. He retired 5 years ago, but he still carries a notebook from 1994 in his breast pocket.
You have to understand, Jackie. 1994 was a different world. No DNA databases that mattered. No cloud storage. If a piece of evidence wasn't tagged, bagged, and thrown into a cardboard box in a climate-controlled room, it didn't exist.
The YouTube video mentioned a gold necklace, custom filigree. Was that a big deal back then?
In 94? Huge! We had a string of residential hits in the hills, professional stuff. They weren't looking for TVs. They wanted liquid wealth, gold, gems, things they could melt or move fast. But that specific necklace, I remember the report. The victim was hysterical. She kept saying it was a legacy piece. We searched every pawn shop from Anaheim to San Diego. Nothing.
And the name Miller? Does that ring a bell?
Miller. The name sounds like a ghost. Back then, we had pocket witnesses, people who would give us a tip off the record because they didn't want their names on a formal subpoena. If there was a Miller, he was likely one of those. But if that name is showing up in a digital video now, someone is digging into the files that were supposed to be shredded decades ago.
I went back to the YouTube channel. I started scrolling through the comments. Thousands of people arguing about conspiracies. But I wasn't looking for fans. I was looking for the creator. I sent a message to the channel owner. I didn't tell them who I was. I just asked, "Where did you get the Miller lead?" 5 minutes later, my phone rang. An unknown number. Hello? You shouldn't have looked in the archives, Jackie. Some stories are better told by ghosts. Someone is using my voice to solve a crime from 1994. Or maybe they're using it to cover one up. Either way, I'm not just a process server anymore. I'm the lead investigator in a case where the primary suspect is me. Next time on The Ghost in the Machine, we track the IP address of the Truth Mode channel to a house that's been abandoned for 10 years. And I find out that the gold necklace wasn't the only thing stolen in 1994.